Before you dismiss this as another spiritual video, answer one question. Have you ever actually found the one who is living your life? Not your body, not your name, not your memories. I mean the one you call me. The one who seems to be behind your eyes, making decisions, producing thoughts, controlling actions, and experiencing everything. Because here's something strange. You spend every second of your life assuming this self exists, yet almost nobody has stopped to see whether it can actually be found. And this is exactly what we're going to do. Not with philosophy, not with belief, not with religion, with your own direct experience. If the self is real, this investigation should reveal it. But if it cannot be found, the implications are far bigger than most people realize. And this matters because every fear, desire, regret, and plan has been organized around protecting someone you may never have directly encountered at all. Let us start with something obvious. Right now, it feels like you are the one listening to these words. So where are you? Point to yourself. Most people point somewhere around the face or chest, but notice something. Pointing is not finding, it is assuming. Now forget everything you have been told. Just look at experience exactly as it is. Can you actually locate the one who is aware? Not where you think it should be, where it actually is. Now look very carefully. Seeing is happening, sounds are appearing, sensations are present, thoughts are arising. Every one of those is something known. They're all objects with an experience. Now ask the question that the mind almost never asks. If you are aware of a thought, can that thought be what you fundamentally are? If you are aware of a sensation, can that sensation be the one who is aware? Notice how quickly another thought rushes in. I know what I am. But is that certainly anything more than another thought appearing? Here's where it gets strange. Wait for your next thought. Do not create one. Do not force one. Simply wait. Did you know what it would be before it appeared, or did it simply just show up? If you cannot predict your next thought, who is writing it? The mind will try to escape this by saying, maybe thoughts happen automatically, but I am still choosing. Fair enough. Raise one hand. Now ask honestly, what caused that decision? Do not explain it. Look. Did you manufacture the urge? Or did the urge appear, followed by a movement, followed by a thought saying, I chose that? But that answer creates an even bigger problem. The feeling of being me is not constant. Think about moments of complete absorption. Life continues, perception continues, intelligence continues, then a thought appears. I was completely present. Notice what happened. The sense of me returned as a thought describing what had already occurred. Now go deeper. When you think about yourself, what actually appears? Look carefully. Do you find an actual self, or do you find images, words, sensations, and memories? All of them are appearing within awareness. It is like searching for an actor and finding only costumes. This is the part most people skip. If the body is known, the body is appearance. If a thought is known, the thought is an appearance. If the feeling of being located behind the eyes is known, that feeling is also an appearance. So is the sense of me the observer? Or is it another thing being observed? Do not believe there is no self. That would only replace one belief with another. Try to find the self you already assume is there. Where's the thinker? Where's the controller? Where's the experiencer? Every time you think you have found it, look again. Is it a thought? A pressure in the head? An image of your face? A memory? A contraction in the chest? Whatever you find is already being noticed. And if it is being noticed, can it be the one doing the noticing? Here's the uncomfortable part. If you keep looking honestly, the mind may realize it cannot locate the separate self it has been defending for years. For some people, that is not peaceful at first. It can be terrifying. It can feel as though the ground beneath your identity is disappearing. No, this cannot be right. I am disappearing. Something is wrong. Stop looking. And it can feel like you are dying. Not because the body is dying, but because the identity you've assumed was inside the body suddenly does not feel solid. It is like believing you are a character in a story, but then catching a glimpse of the page itself. The character panics, the page does not. Now look very carefully. The fear is appearing. The racing heart is appearing. The urge to escape is appearing. Even the thought, I am disappearing, is appearing. So what exactly is disappearing? The mind interprets this as death. What if it is afraid of losing something that was never an independent entity to begin with? Fear arises, fear falls. Thoughts come, thoughts go. Sensations appear, sensations disappear, yet the simple fact that experience is present does not rise and fall with them. What is unsettling is not necessarily that something real is vanishing, it is that the assumption of a separate me no longer feels unquestionable. That can feel like emptiness, an openness with no center. The mind calls it terrifying because it cannot place itself in the middle. But here's where it gets even stranger. If resistance softens, that same openness may stop feeling threatening. It may feel peaceful. Not because you became something new, but because the exhausting effort of defending a fixed identity relaxed. Now ask one final question. Can you find an observer separate from everything observed? Not conceptually, but directly. Every time you think you have found yourself, have you not found another thought, sensation, image, or feeling? Never the observer itself. Imagine searching an entire movie for the screen, but the screen is not another object inside the movie. It is what allows the movie to appear. Awareness may be similar, not another object waiting to be discovered, but the open condition in which every object, thought, body, and world appears. And if that is true, searching for awareness as another thing inside of experience is exactly why it can never be found. Before this video ends, close your eyes for a moment. Do not analyze. Do not search for the right answer. Notice whatever appears. Sounds, breathing, sensations, thoughts. Now ask one quiet question without trying to answer it. Where exactly is the one to whom all of this belongs? Not where you were told, not where you imagine, where is it right now? If you cannot find it, do not rush to replace the uncertainty with another belief. Stay with the question. Because sometimes the deepest discovery is not finding something new. It is realizing the thing you assumed had always been there was never actually found. The thinker is a thought, the controller is a thought, the seeker is a thought, and the one trying to become enlightened is another appearance within the same awareness. Life was never waiting for a separate self to begin. Experience was already happening. And that single realization, honestly investigated, can change the way your entire life is experienced.